Welcome, everybody. My name is Mikhail Fominykh, and we are at the opening webinar at the DETEL webinar series on doctoral education in technology-enhanced learning. Today, we have a 1.5 hour online event, and we will tell you about the series of webinars by DETEL. We will tell you about EATEL and what services we offer to PhD candidates working in technology-enhanced learning. We will then dig into the topic of technology-enhanced learning research and specifically doctoral research. We'll look at what is technology-enhanced learning, what does it include, what challenges do PhD students typically have, and what solutions and practices do they apply. We will have interactive sessions, we will have discussions. And yeah, I would like to simply start. Together with me as a co-host and organizer today is Roland Klemke, who is a professor in the Open University of the Netherlands. Let's see, technology-enhanced learning is a field of research, and I guess you all are working in this field and you have a good understanding of what it is. And it's actually not very easy to find a single definition or definition of the field or the boundaries of the field. But we can go with this definition: that's the field of research aiming at improving learning by integrating current technologies and designs, innovative ones. And the other definition that we found that provides a slightly different perspective is that TEL is directed at human development of competence with tools that afford isolated or collaborative endeavors in formal and informal situations. So improving learning using technologies or designing technologies to improve learning. So this first definition provides two different points of view, and the second one highlights the development of competence and different approaches, collaborative and isolated, formal and informal. Both of them are talking about tools and technologies. We will look at the definition, we'll look at the approaches and methods, and we will look at the typical paths the PhD students and researchers in this field take. So to help ourselves to define the field and define the boundaries. Technology-enhanced learning is not the only term that is used to describe the field. And you can see that in different countries, different variations of different sister terms are used, such as educational technology, digital education, and learning engineering. They all have slightly different meaning, but that mostly depends on the context and what things are included and what things are excluded from the concept. However, we in our project and in our community use the term technology-enhanced learning mostly. The community behind the event and the series of events we are presenting today, we're starting today, is called EATEL, European Association of Technology-Enhanced Learning. This is an organization that started about 15, 16 years ago, and it was established to drive the community discussion that helped to maintain high standards of research and quality in the domain of technology-enhanced learning. And the term technology-enhanced learning was also originated from just before the start of the association. This is a relatively small association and mostly based in Europe, but it has, of course, it's open and it has members all around the world. The association has two key events and one initiative. You might have heard of the European Conference on Technology-Enhanced Learning and the Joint Summer School on Technology-Enhanced Learning. Both of these events are organized by the EATEL. And to highlight the value for the services for PhD students today, I should also mention that the European Conference on Technology-Enhanced Learning is well known and is recognized for their doctoral consortium. That is a track at the conference specifically designed for PhD students working on technology-enhanced learning. And the summer school, that is, again, mostly targeting PhD students in technology-enhanced learning, young researchers, and in some cases, even master students. And in the end, DETEL is a 3-year-long project aiming at creating better resources and organizing events, training events for doctoral candidates in technology-enhanced learning. We were planning to organize these events in face-to-face mode, but due to the circumstances, we are starting now in the online mode. Maybe later on, the resources and the models of the events that developed now will be transferred into the face-to-face domain. A couple of words about the conference. I wanted mostly to mention that this conference is well known to be a leading event for high-quality research. They have a tough acceptance rate, but a very, very high quality of publications usually. The conference is called European Conference, but it doesn't exclude any applicants from any other countries. It's called European because it happens in Europe, in different countries in Europe every year. Last year it was fully online. This year there is a small chance that we might have a conference in face-to-face, but it also, if not, will be in the online or hybrid mode. What's most interesting for you is that the call for doctoral consortium is open. You can find the information about the doctoral consortium on the website, ea-tel.eu, then EC-TEL 2021 doctoral consortium. I pasted here the important dates, but they also represent very well what you can expect at the doctoral consortium. We have an applicant deadline on the 31st of July, and as an application, you submit a very simple short form and also a paper. In the end of August, you can expect the reviews of your paper. You will get comprehensive feedback on your progress on your papers if you submit, of course. And then the doctoral consortium itself happens on September 20th, 2021 as part of the conference. It will be a full-day track event, not really colliding with any main events of the conference. And we plan to have lots of different activities in this day, including keynote presentations specifically for doctoral candidates, for doctoral research. We plan to have student presentations, and we plan to have different sessions for early stage PhD students presenting their ideas and presenting their plans and designs, and for late stage PhD students who are presenting their preliminary or almost final results. And we will, of course, direct the feedback differently. What's also maybe of relevance and importance for you, that we plan the doctoral candidate papers to be published. And we are planning then a camera-ready submission after the doctoral consortium, and then they will be published before end of the year, I would say. I can say a few words also about the summer school. The summer school hasn't happened for a year already and will not happen this summer as well because of the circumstances, but we have big plans for 2022 when we hope we can travel again. This is an intensive event with a full week of training, sometimes from 9 in the morning until midnight, sometimes a bit less, but also lots of social events and varied activities. This is a map of the summer school. You see it was held in different countries in Europe in different years. We were planning to go to Greece in 2021, but let's see if we can go there next year. This is one of the photographs to see, how many people usually come and how the community looks like. This is our location for whenever we can travel again. This is the hotel we have an agreement with to host our next summer school. Now I'm going towards the final part of the introduction, talking about the DETEL, Doctoral Education for Technology Enhanced Learning project. And in this project, we were planning to do basically 4 things following our 4 objectives. We wanted to run a survey to identify good practices in doctoral education in technology enhanced learning. We've completed that already. We wanted to create a study program for doctoral education in technology enhanced learning. and create open educational resources for the most useful and least available topics. And we were planning to run winter schools, training events in the winter time to do the training itself and also to evaluate our program and resources. We are running these webinars instead this year. We'll see what we will, in which format we'll do it next year. And then, of course, we are nurturing and facilitating networking in the community of doctoral candidates. We have quite a good and friendly group already established through the EC-TEL conference and the JTEL summer school. And we are adding to it through doing these events online, extending our community, of course. We have a publication that summarizes some of the background that we found on doctoral training in technology-enhanced learning in different countries in Europe. And the findings are, or can be summarized, that there is no unity, there is no single program, and there is lots of other challenges for doctoral candidates in such an interdisciplinary field. And we are attempting to solve it and to sort of combine the bottom-up approach to ask you, what would you as PhD candidates need the most? Where would you need help, assistance, guidance? And also we try to combine, lots of input from many of you and to create some overall infrastructure on top so that you can relate to other subjects, relate to other questions and to other people in the community. And this is an advertisement that I was using for the DETEL survey. It's written in the future tense, but I decided that it's also a good overview of what we were planning to do and what we are still planning to do and doing. We had some motivation for why we do this and some of experience prior. So we knew from our background analysis that the doctoral candidates in technology-enhanced learning and their study programs are very different from each other. We know that the courses that an education offered to doctoral candidates in most universities in Europe only cover methods, and usually they cover methods in just one disciplinary area, either computer science methods or human-computer interaction methods or educational science methods and social science methods, and very rarely both, that sometimes are needed by PhD candidates in TEL. And a common ground for TEL is not really created from inside the institutions. So we try to come together with multiple partners to do it. So as I also presented just now, we have quite some experience working on doctoral education in technology-enhanced learning through the summer school and the doctoral consortium at EC-TEL. We have now in the DETEL consortium expertise from 9 universities in different countries in Europe. It's actually 9 different countries. And we have a support from the European Commission through an Erasmus Plus grant to actually formalize this cooperation and create these resources and offer some training to you. And of course, we have lots of enthusiasm to improve doctoral training. In the survey, of course, we needed people to respond to and to give their opinion about the challenges and also, most importantly, I would say, we asked what topics are important for technology-enhanced learning and what topics need educational materials. So based on these, we actually derived now a list of the most important topics, and at the same time, those that have least available resources. So this was completed a couple of months ago with 229 responses, and we are now in the final phase where we are actually, based on the data, are designing this series of events for you. And yeah, this is a pilot. We are delivering this training for the first time in the online format, and I will get back to the series of webinars in the very end of this webinar, and I will say a few words about each. So stay with us. And with this summary, I would like to hand the floor to Roland, who will start on the introduction of the TEL as a research field.